Hi there everyone, Pedro's here again today, and the recipe I'm going to do today is Portuguese style piri chicken wings. Wings, no problem, a cheap meal, and cooked properly, they're absolutely delicious. The sauce I'm using today is an original one from Portugal. You can buy it in this country now, and it's made in Africa. And the peppers and spices all mixed together, and it's in Portugal. If ever you've been fortunate enough to go to Portugal, you'll know that that's where piri originated from, and they have the really best tasting piri chicken you can think of. Right, so to start off, it's quite simple. We're going to take the wings and place them inside the air fryer. Always have a bowl of hot soapy water at hand after touching the wings. Okay, right, and the good advice is always do the wings whole like this. A lot of people make the mistake of cutting the wings up to start with, and you shouldn't do that. This way I do it, and I think it's really successful. I'll just wash the old hands for a moment. Be sure when you're cooking chicken. And we're going to put this into the air fryer now. At a temperature of 195 degrees or 20 minutes. Right, now the wings, let's just go back one again. Okay, there is an inner and outside of the wing. The inside of the wing, the skin is quite thin. So I want to start off on the thin side and then turn the wings over halfway through. The thicker side of the wing is where all the fat is involved. So we're going to start off on the thin side. After 10 minutes, right, we're going to turn it over. Okay, now when it comes to marinating, chicken wings are quite fatty, and if you put the marinade on to start with, then as the chicken starts cooking and the fat runs out of the wings, then it washes off the marinade. So if you're one of these people that use the powdered sort of spices, then don't put it on to start with. Leave it until the wings are almost there, about 2 minutes before they are cooked. Put your seasoning on then and it will stick. Otherwise, if you put it on before, it'll just wash off as the chicken wings cook. Right, we'll just leave this for a minute now. Of course, the reason I'm making this video is purely and simply a very good friend of mine, Pavlos. He's just bought an air fryer. Of course, like everyone else, so there's just bought one. What temperature do we cook it at? How long do we cook it for? Well, there's a very simple one with this one. If you buy a product, it tells you the cooking temperature of the fan, a normal fan oven, is that, let's take for instance, if you're cooking chicken, say that the manufacturers or on your purchased product says cook at 180 degrees, then with an air fryer, you always knock 20 degrees off that temperature. You can't go too far wrong with anything. Anything that cooks at 106 degrees in a fan oven, you reduce to 140 degrees in the air fryer. Now when it comes to cooking as well, the air fryer cooks a lot quicker. And if you go back to chicken again, if the manufacturers say it's going to take 60 minutes, then you reduce that by 20%. Those of you that aren't too good on the maths, if you make 10% of 60 minutes, is 6 minutes. So 20% will be double that, 12 minutes. So you cook the chicken in the air fryer for 12 minutes less than you would a fan oven. If you stick to those sort of guidelines, you won't go far wrong. But one thing you must always have is a meat thermometer. Okay. So when you get towards the end of your cooking, if you know what temperature the food should be at, in it goes, press the R button and it'll tell you. That way You know, people get frightened whether it's cooked or it's not cooked. As long as your temperature is correct to the meat that you're cooking, you can't go wrong. Okay, we'll come back a bit later on once we've got the chicken cooked.